And here, pay attention to this. It's a big thing. Like Lux is on the left, right? You go on the right, but she goes on the right. Why are you not here? Pay attention to this movement. Look at your clicking. She's there. She shows you that she wants to stay in the brush. Of course, this guy is clueless. He's silver, so he's clicking back. He's 1v2. He's playing safe. But pay attention to where you are right now and where she is. Like if she's gonna step in this brush or in that brush, the worst positioning you can have is what here, right? And you can see it here. Staying on the left is much better. What's going on, guys? Besides seeing in today's video, we're gonna learn about macro. We're gonna learn about tempo. We're gonna learn about wave management. If you're the first time right here, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because on this channel you will learn how to play AD carry. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy.
How do I want to play it? Well, this game specific. Do you want to know this game specifically or in theory if it's like equal?
Well, usually you just want to play around your double, around your volley. You want to play aggressive.
Yeah.
But what about this game?
This game was a weird level 1 because their ADC died, and I think our support as well. Or
but
she
let's say
just
on paper. On paper.
Yeah. Okay. On paper. Well, we kind of have the poke advantage with my W and Senna compared to Lux. So kind of use that poke advantage and be wary of like the jungler and Tristana's like W all in case like Lux gets a binding or whatnot, specifically after 6. So yeah, otherwise try to be aggressive.
How are you aggressive in this?
Like how to do it?
Yeah, like you being aggressive, like attack them, auto attack them, or like what do you?
Well, yeah, first of all, need to control the wave correctly, have a prio and minion advantage.
True.
Then try to trade if possible. Potentially, if there's no advantage, try to get like not sneaky, but in general, W's off, potentially, but on both of them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So push advantage, we must get that. One, you have Ashe, so if you have push advantage against a Tristana, you can easily poke. Let's say the normal case where you have 10 minions and she has, let's say, 5. It's really easy for you to actually walk up on her if she has less minions. Let's say this is Tristana, and you have, let's say, she has this small wave and you have this big wave. It's easy for you to like walk up. It's easy for Senna to walk up. So you allow yourself to poke by having the push. You allow Senna to poke by having the push. You disable Lux poking you. How? It's because if you have a big wave around you, it's super easy to play around. You can force trading with her. So push is very important. You want to play to win the lane. In this case, you have a Senna. Push the lane is the most important thing. Play around your W and enable your support by controlling the wave. So the wave is crucial, number 1. Number 2 is avoid the spells of the enemy, which in this case is a Lux E, which is 10 seconds. So it is pretty big range. Are you familiar with the range of the Lux?
Yeah, I've seen also your videos where you ask everybody like look C and the Q range. So yeah, roughly know it, and the cooldowns, yeah, both are like 10 seconds.
So that's how you approach the game. It's like, one, do I play to win the lane, and how do I do it? So we said it's about pushing and it's about poking, and 2, how do I lose? Like, how do they win the lane? Playing from their perspective. So they want to poke you with Lux, and if Tristana gets the push, which unlikely against Ashe, but if she gets the push, then Lux can poke you, and after she pokes you low enough, Tristana can jump on you. This is the old dynamic that they have. So Lux pokes you, and then Tristana all-ins you. But if they don't get the push, you know what's going to happen. They are going to cry. So this is the win condition. Let's see how you play this. You are going to cover. Usually, if you see the super covering on that angle, I wouldn't go tri-brush as well. Like if my super stays there, I will go mid. Why? Is because we need to cover both angles. Because
I was late for some reason, but yeah,
no, it can happen. Then let's see what happens here. So maybe you're setting up the recording. We don't really see that something is happening there. Usually, you want to immediately move so you can throw a W. This is very good. This is super good. I mean, I like this. You did word a brush, which again is fine in this case because you don't know where they are. It's just when you play against a Lux, if they happen to get the push, which again, Tristana against Senna Ashe, it should be impossible. But if they happen to get the push and Lux is going to stay into the brush, you know what's going to happen. If Lux is in the brush and you don't have a word, then Senna needs to back off, you need to back off. Okay, so we're giving priority to Lux. So it's like if you really have to word here, and not keep it for the lane, keep it for the Lux, you can do it. I would personally still keep it. I'll hold on it, I'll keep it, and then I'll use it for the lane. And then now you try to go for a bit of the poke here. You can go cleanse in this case against Lux, but it's not a must because it's Lux Tristana, so it's not a must. Cleanse would help you against Lux, barrier is going to help you against Tristana, which it's okay to get barrier. The only thing is that they also have Ahri, right? And it's Ahri versus Ashe. So if you feel very confident, it's not objectively better to go for, you know, cleanse, because Lux, it is relatively easy to dodge, and it is a Tristana. It's not like Lux Caitlyn where she hits the binding, trap, bye, you're dead. So I'm not concerned with the barrier right here.
Yeah, there wasn't like any reliable CC, so that's pretty much why I probably took it. Like top side was totally,
I see,
basically no CC oriented. So yeah,
I see.
And I'm a little bit like, I'm still like, I don't think. Also, it's like silver.
It's
like
silver
CC,
for
especially.
now. Yes, for now.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like the consistency with the CC isn't like that good if it's not reliable. So kind of trying to skill check them.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Like, being a bit greedy is fine. Like, you just have to make sure you get. Like,
yeah, I definitely take a decent amount of cleanse if I feel it's applicable.
Okay,
yeah.
let's see what you're gonna do. So far you're in the lane. Unfortunately, Senna is not here. Fortunately, you're pushing. Are you having trouble converting your early game advantages into wins? Feel like your damage output is lower than it should be, and you feel like you're putting in the work, but you're not seeing really the results? My name is Pizais, with a track record of coaching over 3,659 players with ranks between Iron and Challenger. Here is what I've accomplished with my client. Right here you can see Silver 1 to Emerald 4 in 1 month time with 1 coaching session. This guy right here got to Grandmaster in NA after, when the first coaching session we've done, he was hard stuck in Diamond 2. Alex right here, he was Gold 4 1 year and a half ago, and he got to Grandmaster 800 LPP after the coaching session. Here is his master account after just being a gold player a year and a half ago. This is what the coaching session can do to your gameplay. And here is something that you might find inspiring. I've personally climbed from Iron to Diamond with dealing with 200 ping. Now I'll actually get Master Tier with 200 ping on this account that you're gonna see right now. As you can see right here, this is Emerald 1 with very decent win rates on some of the champions, and I'm playing pretty well in high Emerald to low Diamond. And I actually play Ezreal as well, as you guys can see right here, and I'm not really scared. If I can achieve this against high Emerald players and low Diamonds playing with such a huge handicap, 200 ping Ezreal, imagine what we can accomplish together with you playing under optimal conditions. Are you ready to see the real progress that you can do? Go to pizais.com and book your coaching session now. Let's improve and get better together. There is some like package loss here if you...
I do have that kind of weird thing every once in a while. It doesn't really disturb me to play, honestly, but it's just a visual bug kind of, I feel. It doesn't disturb me to last hit or anything.
Okay, interesting.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so you're starting to push. That's good. I don't like that you're not actually trying to approach. So you're pushing the wave. I don't like that you're not trying to approach the lane from the left. Like, okay, you're staying in the brush because you want pressure. But the moment I would hit it, I would immediately move to the left, because we know what's going to happen and where they will come from. Well, they will come from is probably most likely from here. And if you have a really good position and you're pushing from here, let's say, and they come, it is true that Lux can EU, but if you just double and run away max range, it's impossible for Lux to EU. Because your double range is more. So I would stay here and throw the W immediately.
Okay.
Now it was a different case because it does the invade. So not a big deal. Pushing the minions. Senna is still in base. Getting the push. Getting the slow push going on.
Yeah, I don't want to be too aggressive since Senna is still not here. And
W on both of them. Very, very good play so far. Let's see what you're going to do here. Then you back off. She's level 1. She still has the E here. Let's see. And she's going to throw it. Okay, so she has Q. That is 9 seconds. And then now, I see. This is, you see, this is a big mistake. Because pay attention to this. So now, she has no Q. And now you have basically 10 seconds or 9 seconds to play around it. It's 157. So here, you last hit, you W. You should be clicking up because they're still level 1. You're level 2 in like a minion. So 157, they throw the Lux Q. She's 5 seconds on cooldown. This right here, she's still on cooldown.
Yeah.
But I'm not concerned. You're 1v2. You had this like default pattern of I'm 1v2, let's not fight, which is not a bad pattern to have. It's just you could have maximize the cooldown.
Ideally, yeah.
Not a problem. Not a big deal for now. If it's gonna repeat itself, then it's bad. But we'll see. So now you're staying max range. Beautiful laning phase. I really like how you play. I really like your positioning. Really like your approach. I can see you're watching my videos. I don't personally like go for the Q because Senna is not here. And what are the chances of you using the Q in this lane? In this like 20 seconds, next 20 seconds.
Yeah, I guess my thought process was that I was still 1v2 in case they do, like, let's say they get level 2 now, Senna's not here, they basically, Tristana can jump in, and that might make it easier for Lux to also hit the Q and the E, so I rather wanted, like, so it wasn't pushing either, exactly, like, they were way pretty even, so the E wasn't that useful at that point.
Because in this case, you have, like, you have the push really easy. You have 3 minions against 1 here, 3 casters against 1 caster, so they will like get the level 2 when they'll get, well, this guy already lost so much XP, so it's not the 9 minions that he needs, it's more than that. So now I would go E because the guy is, Senna is here, and once she goes here, you want to stay here and like perma poke them. And you're not gonna attack them. I would go Q maybe. Yeah, if you think you're gonna fight, it's good. It's not bad with Q. Or maybe if they have like a Nautilus or something, and you're not threat of the jungle, but you know you're gonna fight, or you know he's gonna be engaging, or you have a Blitzcrank. Q level 2 is not bad. It's just is just optimal as well in cases where you're scared of the jungle. Okay, so you're getting the push. Very nice W. This is good approach how you play in terms of how you play around the minions. I just noticed the pattern of you're staying too close to the Lux. Like the whole laning phase, if you pay attention to your positioning, you should stay opposite on the Lux. Because if you stay left, you stay right, but you should stay right here. Like this. Because if she wants to throw the E, she can, but it's much easier if she stay here. So opposite on her. So this is good. She moves on the left. Like now she's in the middle. You should move here. And then now she backs off. She goes on the right. You should have been here. Right? So this is a semi-big thing. Then now you W, and then here you see she moves on the left here. You could move on the right, ideally. But
I feel like I couldn't get the CS then if I'm too right.
If you're too on the right? Like this one?
Yeah, I feel I wanted to be as far as possible, like at that point, to get from the enemies to get the CS
well,
there.
now it's too late. Now it's too late because this already happened. But if you were, let's say, here, and you move here, you take it, and you go like this, it could be better. In this specific case, she's staying like really, really close to the mid pocket. She's not really staying much on the left or much on the right. But if she's there, for example, there's no reason for you to be here.
True. Like if I would have, can you stop for a moment there? Or like if I would have been like on the right side of the lane, you know, for that specific minion, I feel I was completely in like Tristana's W range. So I felt I was compromising myself in that. But otherwise, I get the point.
Yeah, because the thing is, Tristana cannot all-in you. If she all-ins you, like she's not level 2, and even if she gets level 2, if she goes into a big wave, like now, let's say, pay attention where Senna is.
Yeah, pretty close.
If you barrier, Tristana is in a big wave, so you will win. This is a bit counterintuitive because, like, oh, telling me that if Tristana all-ins me, she doesn't kill me. Well, it's the same like MF. She's gonna chunk you hard, but then she's not gonna get this HP too fast. And here, pay attention to this. It's a big thing. Like Lux is on the left, right? You go on the right, but she goes on the right. Why are you not here? Pay attention to this movement. Look at your clicking. She's there. She shows you that she wants to stay in the brush. Of course, this guy is clueless. He's silver, so he's clicking back. He's 1v2. He's playing safe. But pay attention to where you are right now and where she is. Like if she's gonna step in this brush or in that brush, the worst positioning you can have is what here, right? And you can see it here. Staying on the left is much better. The wave is actually in a pretty uncomfortable position. Are you gonna push here?
I think I was trying to slowly push it.
Yeah, the thing is, this wave is not actually that bad. In this case, it is in a bad position. But if you don't hit it, like with only those 2 minions, let's say you don't hit it right here, and let's say
gonna push back.
Yeah, but eventually.
Why? Because it's closer to their tower, and eventually it's gonna start. Their next wave is gonna come closer. Yeah.
So you don't need necessarily try to crush this because it is a cannon wave. So it is also a Tristana, by the way. So Tristana by default she will push the wave. So if you just stay here and you last hit only, it's fine. It's just fine. Stay on the left, just last hit, let the wave to come a bit into you. You can keep it like in the middle or slightly to their side, but in this position, it's already like Tristana is able to all in, and she's safe. Okay.
Seems like I wasn't. Yeah.
Sorry?
No, it seems like I wasn't really trying to push.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Yeah, because if you're not really trying to push, then don't push. But it's like you're very confused about what to do. Pay attention to your auto attacks. Like, okay, you don't want to push, but you still hit the minions. Like there is not a clear objective that you have here. Pay attention to you right here. Right? You're like hitting, but it's like then you're stopping, then you're hitting again, then you're stopping. So it's not a very clear thing that you want to do here. And also here, okay, 245, the earliest ganking the game, yes. And 320 is the usual gank. So 245 is level 3 gank from a fast clear jungle. 3 camps into bot lane. You can also be 230 by like a Shaco or like a really fast jungle that clears really, really fast, like maybe Kayn. But usually 245, if they want to gank you, they will. And usually you get ganked after 320. So now it's 225. This would be the best timing to go for a word. Because one, you're in a worse position here.
Yeah.
Right? The position of the wave is bad. And two, you want to poke them. You want to punish them. But you can't because you don't have word. So here is the moment when I would ping this guy to word.
Yeah. If he has as well,
If he has a word, but remember why not having the word?
Yeah, the beginning try brush
exactly
thing. Yeah.
Exactly. So be very careful with that pattern. Okay. Let's see what you're gonna do right here. I think you're just going to push here. Let's see. Okay, kind of. And then you try to poke. It's 240. So the gank can come. I'm not concerned with this, but if you're gonna do the same thing after 310, 3, that's gonna be a red flag. Okay, let's see how you use your E. Very good. Okay, Graves is top, so you can play how you want it. Same mistake here with the Lux. You see, positioning is just really poor. Like she has E, okay? Pay attention to where you are and pay attention where Lux is. And just pay attention to Senna, how safe she is and how greedy we are right here in terms of positioning. Look at this. Look at this. Keep staying on there. Look at Senna. It's literally impossible for her to get it. Even if she stays here, it's so hard. But you are just facing her. Okay, this is a big thing. It actually repeats itself. Just make sure you stay opposite. I will just write it. Opposite on the enemy support, yes. Okay. Okay, you're pushing. Graves is top, so we want to keep pushing. Get the E. And now we should like look to slow push. The plan right here is to get some good items. On Ashe, usually, I mean, it depends on what you get. You can get Recurvo, you can take Retrix, you can take even the Axe, you can take even Berserkers. It just really depends on what you need. So let's see what you're gonna do. What I don't like is like, what you're trying to do here is to slow push. But why would the slow push be a good decision here, let's say?
Well, okay, now they're both level 3. We're like 3 and 2. I mean, I feel if we do a slow push and kind of, again, get the minion advantage same as level 1, because it's kind of like meeting in the middle again, so it's like a restart, then we could still like poke out of them because Senna has a heal and they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so going for a slow push is good. You can poke them, you can make a big wave, and making a big wave, like 2-3 waves, ideally 3, you crush it in the tower and you get more plays. Right? So this is why we want a slow push. But it just really feels like you're not doing it. Look, pay attention to you. Just hitting the waves. Like now, pay attention to this Tristana. Pay attention to her body language. Pay attention to Lux right here. Pay attention to Tristana. The moment you stepped up, she backed off because she's like, okay, Senna is in the brush. Okay, Ashe has more range than me. So you by default have to push here. Because you have a lot of range that if they touch the minion, they get chunked. So what you should be doing here is what?
Stepping forward.
Stepping forward, like not too far, but yeah, definitely here.
like the auto
just
attack
double it.
range are kind of
Yeah,
like
or even
space
auto attack, but you have to be careful with the auto attack because auto attack you have this HP, so you are all inable. But if you stay here and you poke with W, nothing can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you should try to do a slow push because now you have this like pattern. You see this constant pattern of like, oh, but let me auto attack the minion because it doesn't look like you're pushing, but it doesn't look like you're slow pushing. Slow push means only last hit. Then you get poked a bit. I hope here you last hit only and you walk up because you have more minions. Decent. I don't like that you don't potion because you are all inable right now. There are some lanes where you can keep your potion, and if you ask a challenger player, he will always tell you that you have only one potion, conserve it. Do not use it early. If there is a Twitch Yumi or a low lethal range team, like a team comp on bot lane that, let's say against Yumi Sivir, you can beat this HP and you're not going to die. You don't need to use your potion then. But if you play against Tristana, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, stuff that can hook you, you're dead. And in this case, Tristana Lux, even half HP can be lethal. And Tristana being level 3, you are not now in lethal, but if she's going to poke you a little bit, you will. So this is why you should use your potion now. Literally.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
The one thing I want to kind of mention, or maybe quickly touch upon, is like when the previous waves met, and it's like I was hitting it and not like, so to say, slow pushing, is like it's kind of I feel like I'm putting attention like whether they are gonna kind of start pushing or auto attacking the wave. And
if they start pushing, you have two options. One, chunk them as they're pushing because you have range, or two, match the push and get the auto attack back on the minions. In this case, since you have a lot of range advantage, you can actually punish them for each auto attack they get on the wave. There are some situations like against a Jhin or a Kate where if they Q the wave, you lose the push automatically. So you have to get like 1 to 2 auto attacks before they even touch the wave.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. This is why if you watch a challenger player against a Caitlyn, maybe he will actually get 2 auto attacks on the wave now because a Caitlyn can immediately Q the wave all of the minions and she can get the push by default. So he will feel forced to be like, okay, but I need to match the push, but I need to have a chance to get the push first. So that's why they will do this, like, I call it a control auto attack in case she'll push. But again, Tristana is like, she's not going to be able to push. Senna, Ashe.
I guess that's what I just did here, but not like unconsciously.
Not a big deal. What we have a big deal here is the positioning for sure for now. The positioning. So now you play for items. When you can't kill them and you just poke them, you just think about your goal. And in terms of build, I know you know the builds because I saw you're actually quite good, decent at adapting the builds and knowing like how many builds you have. So Retrix is good if you need the AD and you have like only 900 gold. If you want to play a poke lane, you have Senna. The W scales with AD, so you want to get this. This is good if you have a little bit more money. It's good attack speed, good damage. It is not ideal if you want to fight a lot. You will get recurve bow, like fight as in attacks, auto attacks, which is not with the Senna and not with the Lux. Lux Senna, you're just gonna poke, run, poke, run, poke, run. There is no all-in. Recurve bow is a very good starting item if you have a Nautilus, or if they have a Nautilus. And then right here is kind of the same thing. I get AD when I want to play the lane for my Ws, and I get attack speed, this, when, you know, we just face-to-face on-hit fight. When you don't know or you need to dodge some spells or you need a bit of dodging, a bit of attack speed, you get Berserkers. Berserkers first item is always okay. In this meta, is getting a bit outdated because it is so nerfed. Thank you, Riot. It's so nerfed. So you would have to, if you really do some Ashe, OTP, GG. There will be some players, as you can see right here, that they prefer to get, say, on tier 1, you see, tier 1, or just get the tier, like you see, some of them they do. So it just really depends on the laning phase. Now they get it. The bottom line is, look, exactly what I said, right? I think he's gonna play, okay, he has Poppy. Okay, he's gonna fire auto attacks. Okay, then I get a Curbo. If he had a Lux and they have Seraphim, he would go for Retrix, for the AD. So in this lane, I think the sweet spot, there's not really much you should dodge. I mean, yes, there is the Lux, but it's not the Lux with, you know, Varus, Lethality. In that case, I would maybe go Boots, tier 2 Boots. But just against a Lux, especially because you have a Senna, I would get Retrix Win 2 boots. Retrix because of the AD, I can hit the W for more damage.
Yeah.
And the attack movement speed because I need a bit of movement speed against a Lux. So the Retrix is what, 775 or how much is it? I actually forgot. 775, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Plus 300, so around 1175 recall. You can sneak there a refillable potion as well. That's fine. Zoning, good. Putting points in W. Because now you're not really achieving anything. If you pay attention to your HP, it's just a matter of time before you're gonna get all in. So you really need to pay attention to your goal. Now, ideal is slow push this one, fast push the next one, recall.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
Let's see.
Still slow pushing.
Just waiting. Okay. This is not so good because you're not looking to stay here. You pay attention to your champion and then now you recall. Okay, that's fine. Thing is, they could have stopped you. It should have been more like, I don't want to stay in the lane at this point. Pay attention to your HP. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, and she has like 100 HP more than you. Right? In addition to that, you see your mana, you see her mana, you have decent amount of gold. So slow push this, fast push the next one immediately. Like now, you would like to slow push if you're looking to stay in the lane or if you're looking to push an extra wave, which, as you can see right here, is a bit iffy. Cannot do that. Then you go in the brush, and I would say you go Berserkers here, right?
Let's see. I don't remember what I got.
Yeah, this is the basic build. Yeah, well,
that was the easiest.
With that amount of money, you don't have boosts into Retrix, and I would actually prefer you to get Berserkers because if you get only Retrix and you don't get boots against Lux, you get refill potion, not so ideal. So Berserkers first. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this. It's not bad. There are some specific abilities that you need to avoid if you anyways play for the push. So it's not bad.
That's that's something new. I never thought about, like, if I want to do poke, I should get AD for my W versus if I want to fight, I should get a
yes.
And that's something I've never thought about.
And you should also think about, because you can be like, oh, I have a Senna, I should poke, but if they have a Nautilus, you can anyways get recurve for because they want to all in.
Yeah.
So it's really about like how the fights are gonna really be played out. And then now you forgot to push. You have a freeze. You're freezing beautifully. Need to trim it a lot sooner. Because right here, you have this minion is gonna die very soon. So you have basically one minion against 1, 2, 3, and this one is 2.5. So it's like 5.5 against 1. It's a little bit too much. So right now you should start trimming, kill those 2 minions, and you can stay with the cannon and the caster. It wouldn't matter in this specific case because they anyways can crush it really easy. But yeah, trimming
but
is... In a different case, if Lux is inting and she's going to grubs or something, then 1v2, you can play like that. Here you can see the same mistake that you have this tendency to play the brush, which is fine in terms of, if she stays here, you have a lot of pressure if you stay in the brush. But if you have to walk up like this when she has Q and E to go into the brush, that is not a good deal. Because you're always so exposed. You're always so exposed for this. And the problem is that not only that you're exposed, but you're looking to poke. Ideally, you're looking to poke Tristana, because if you stay here in W Tristana, she can't do anything. She can't W you in, she can't do anything. But if Lux is here and you stay there, you can poke her, but you're also going to get poked.
Yeah.
There's actually a pretty big pattern that it's easy to fix and you're not doing it well.
Yeah, I've never thought about that in that terms. I'm just like, basically my idea is like, I feel confident, so I want to posture aggressively, regardless which side of the lane I'm on. And I guess I'm on that side because, a gank can come from the other side and I don't have a ward yet. So
it looks like the Graves died. Okay, so let's see what they're gonna do. You did use you and the Graves died. Okay, well, no problem, can happen. And now we need to... Okay, what do you think? So how is your wave right now?
How's my wave?
Yeah.
In terms of what?
In terms of, like, what is the state of it? Like, is it a freeze for them? Is it slow push? What is the state of the minions?
I mean, if there wouldn't be any other, like, no players, then it would be a freeze for them.
Yes.
Because like 2 minions are low, so roughly like 3.5 minions.
How do you like the position of the wave?
I don't like it. I would prefer to like crash it and poke them under tower versus like keeping it here.
Okay. So it's not actually a good position there. So if you can poke them, which you can't, it's like really uncomfortable right now for you to poke them. You would like it, but now, because you see what you're doing right here, just pay attention to your clicks. It's like here, you're like, I want a W, which is fine. But here, you're still trying to attack them like this. You have no W. Do you pay attention to your clicks? You have no W. And if your W comes up, you can't W them because they have this wave. So what you should do is step back a little bit, push this wave and poke them under the tower. Graves is dead. You don't even need to go for a ward. You can if you're not comfortable, but it's a Graves. It's not really a big deal. Go for a ward. Then you play aggressive because here I just hope you're not going to slow push. I see. So you are in this state of, I don't know when to crush, like trigger the push, and I don't know when to slow push. This is what kind of way we're seeing right now. And now you're pinging because you're going to ult. I knew this. The problem is that, and this is a big problem that you have with the Ashe ultimate, is that when you ult, you need to think about 1, do I have damage to kill her? 2, how can my support follow up? And 3, the position of each one. So in terms of the ulti, so if you ulti now, the Senna can't follow up because she has W, but it doesn't go through the minions. Okay, if this was a Seraphim, it would be a check. Can she follow? Check. You know, so this ulti from a perspective of checklist, the first point says, is my support able to follow? Yes. If it's a Seraphim, let's say it's a Seraphim. With a Senna, it's a no-brainer. It's a bad ult, you shouldn't ult here. But let's say it's a Seraphim. The first is check. The second is the position of Seraphim and position of the enemies. If Senna is here, if Seraphim is here, and you're ulting now, the position of Seraphim is good. She has range for the ulti. If you hit it, it's check. The position of your teammate has to be close enough to you and close enough to the target that you're ulting. That is check. But the next is the positioning of the enemy. Yes, she's pretty close to you, the Lux, but there is this tower right here. So you can't commit a lot. So this is not check here in terms of the positioning. The positioning of your teammates is okay. The positioning of the Lux is not something that you can play around it with Ashe because she's close to the tower. So, and the last point, and the bonus thing is there is a big wave. How are you going to actually play this out? So this is a very bad ult. Look. Ult,
I knew it from the start.
And then now it's GG. And then I think you're still...
I get a 1 for 2, but...
So, okay. Wow. That was actually a lot closer than I thought. Did you do auto reset? Not really. Okay, you know how to do auto attack Q? Like
auto Q, auto.
Usually it's
I know it, but it's like in a more pressure situation.
Because here you just like buy one auto attack, which can make the difference, you know, in some cases.
Yeah.
So it's good to have it the pattern. Okay.
They're fighting into a wave as well.
Yeah.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.